What's up, everybody? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you in the most basic way how you can use that God spark inside of you. All right, so let's get started. The golden ratio is 1.618. This is something that is in nature. It's found in everything. It's in sacred geometry. It's very, very important. So I'm going to put it up here. The next thing you see is you see a person here that has a high frequency, and you have a person here who has a low frequency. All right. This person desires to help this person. This person has no desire to help this person. They are at a low frequency. They are covered in matter. And the reason is because when you lower your vibration, you actually take the energy around you and you vibrate it so low that it coagulates and becomes matter. Like it literally, physically becomes matter, which is why the people who are most stressed over the world, who lower their vibration, who think that everything matters, are actually right, because everything does matter to them. It is all they see, and it is all they experience. People at a higher vibration see through things faster, and so therefore less matter. Okay? So the very first thing the person in the high vibration needs to do to get to the lower vibration is they need to lower their vibration. This is not a question of whether or not you are becoming less. And it is also not a statement of saying that you are better. It is a clear, unbiased fact of this person is at a low vibration and this person is a high vibration. And if you want to connect, you're not going to get that person on a high vibration. Not just by thinking it, not just by yourself. Okay? So this is the most important part. If you're at a high vibration and you want to reach somebody at a low vibration, you have to show compassion. Compassion. A word that people talk about all the time, but don't really understand what it means, because I think most people think that compassion means love, and it doesn't. It is artificial love. It is the moment that you change in your mind a perception so that you can give somebody compassion, but that is not the same. You can be compassionate to somebody and not actually love them, okay? So the very first thing that you have to do is you have to show compassion in your mind. Okay? You have to show compassion in your mind. And the moment that you show compassion in your mind, well, now you've connected to this person. Okay? You don't even have to be in the physical realm of this person to show compassion to them. All right? So after you show compassion to somebody, this is where all the fun kicks in. Go ahead and erase this real quick. After you show compassion, you have created a connection. All right? You have created a connection to this person, which means now you have created the start of a toridal flow. You are sending out a signal that is going to come all the way back around and hit your heart. Okay? And it goes further. It's going to affect them at some point. But right now what you're doing is you are changing your mind, showing compassion, which sends out a signal, a vibration to that person. And because you shifted, you connect. And the moment you connect is the moment you create a compression, a start of a flow. Okay? So the flow goes out and it comes right back around. And the moment it hits your heart, this is the most important part, you see? Because the moment that it hits your heart, if you haven't changed your heart to meet the compassion that is in your head, nothing happens. But if you actually change your heart to meet this frequency, what will happen is this. A spark will be sent off. A spark, an actual spark, not a question of metaphysical or anything, an actual spark. EKGs read this spark in your heart. Sorry, in your heart. Okay? And so, if when the energy comes back around and your heart is also compassionate and on the same frequency, it will send a spark. And that spark will then create the next flow of your toridal flow. But more importantly, it will double it. That's right, it will double your spark, because now it will go out this way and you will create the next one. And this is a toridal flow. This is a toridal flow. The flow of going out, coming back in through the center, and the flow of going out and coming back in with the center. And also, I'm pretty sure you can see this, it is the infinity sign. Why is that important? Well, that's important because if you show somebody compassion in your mind, you change your perception, you read something, you watch something, you experience something that changes your mind. And then when that energy comes back in, if it also changes your heart, if you choose to change your heart, you set off a spark that self-sustains your own energy. Do you see? It sends off a spark that self-sustains. It will keep moving until you stop being kind, until you stop interacting with people. And so, this is a message that Jesus walked, that Tesla talked about, and that Buddha taught his followers. It is all about other people, but it is also all about you. Because see, you never have to meet this person right here for you to have this happen. However, if you were to meet this person right here and do this, you change lives. Because then what ends up happening is when that spark goes off, you can actually use that to your advantage. You can use that to heal. You can use that to change their life. You can use that to give them something that they don't have. You can rise above your own limitations by using the spark that is inside of you to do it. All right? So, this is why Jesus moved from town to town to town. Always upping his game. Always leveling up. You see, because we don't even go down the street to help a homeless person because we say things like, they're dirty, they're dangerous, mentally ill. Jesus went and he healed people who had leprosy. He interacted with some of the grossest as what we would consider, or some of the lowest of what we would consider people, and he did it daily. He went from one place to another place, and he didn't just sit with a whole group of people and heal everyone, which I believe that he had the capability of doing. He only healed those who actually asked for healing, which is the permission part of that. And so by him going from location to location to location, yes, it was about the other people, but it was also about him. It was also about using that spark. He understood that spark, that light that is inside of you. Not the figurative light, the actual spark. And this whole thing comes full circle when you understand that the 1.618 golden ratio is also the flow of your DNA. Why does that matter? That matters because it means that when that spark goes off, it sends the signal that, or it sends the frequency and the energy that goes all the way back around. But the moment it comes back around, it actually ignites your DNA. It actually changes your DNA. And so that is where the power comes in. That's where your gift comes in. That's where this tool comes in. Is that when that comes back around, it actually changes your DNA. And when you change your DNA, you change your environment. I mean, quantum physics says it best. It says, change the way that you look at the world, and the world that you look at will change. But they didn't really explain how, and this is what this is all about. Because, you see, we always thought that it was the 1.618 golden ratio that created nature, that created plants, that created everything, but we're actually a little bit off. It's the 1.618 that has the power. It's the flow, it's the shape, it's the everything that comes with it. You see, a tornado at this point right here is 1.618. It is the recursive flow that allows a tornado to have its power. It is the recursive flow that allows a hurricane to have its power. And it is the flow of your DNA that allows you to have power. So you see, you could stay at home if you want to, and you can change the world. But we weren't meant to. You see, because if this person never existed, you can't do this. Compassion takes another person. It takes another existence. And that is why it is great to say, I am all that I need. I am everything that I need. And I'm everything by myself. But without this person right here, it's only a concept. It's only an idea. Once this person is put into the equation, now it becomes an experience. And in this experience, you become a being. You also become being. In other words, you get to actually be something, not just think something. All right? Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you. If it didn't, I will do another one. I will break it down as much as I can, but this is important because this is how you actually change things. And this was hidden from you for a very long time. Keep your 9 vibes alive.